Chapter 8. After nightfall, the 4 spiders cautiously approached the village. Dad led the way, followed by Jane, then Jake, and then Mum. The adult spiders were protecting the young spiders. "Pretty quiet night," Dad said. "I would have expected to encounter a player, or maybe a witch by now." "Good thing it is a quiet night," Mum said. "The last thing I want to do was get in a fight with our children around." "I think that would be super cool, Mum," Jake said. "I want to watch you and Dad dominate." "Yeah," Jane added. "We could get some combat pointers." "Never mind that," Mum said. "We have one goal for the night." "Be quiet," Dad hissed. "We're nearing the village." The 4 spiders crept into the village. The streets were empty, except for a couple of zombies who'd wandered into town. "All right, looks like we have a straight shot to the Notchmas tree," Dad said. The 4 spiders skittered quickly to the tree and then climbed up into it. Once they were hidden behind some branches, they reviewed their plan. "Okay," Jane said. "Here's the deal. We, the recumbent, decorate this tree as best we can with our webs. Sure, it might not look as good as diamond and emerald ornaments, but it will give the villagers something nice to look at on Notchmas morning. You really want to do this because one villager was nice to you?" Dad asked, incredulous. "Dad, it's the spirit of Notchmas," Jane said. "To give things to others, to be selfless." Dad sighed. "I know, it's just not normally in a spider's nature to be generous, especially not to non-spiders." "This is a moment of growth, honey," Mum said. "If you get too stuck in your ways, you'll just be a cantankerous old spider and boring to be around." Dad snorted. "Fine. How about this? I'm going to do the best decorations out of all of you. My web-spinning skills are unmatched." I started to panic at the thought of missing Dad's decorations, but then remembered Mora's consolatory flowers. "Challenge accepted," Jake said. The spiders all went to different parts of the tree and began to spin webs. They covered the tree from top to bottom. Here they zigged, there they zagged. In several different places, they spun webs resembling snowflakes. They kept at it for almost an hour, covering the tree in multiple layers of web. When they were done, they climbed down from the tree and backed away to take a look at their handiwork. "Oh my goodness, children, it's beautiful," Mum said. Dad nodded proudly. "I didn't know everyone in this family was so artistic. It does look good." His voice was lower, but then so. "Let's stay until the sun comes up," Jake said. "I want to see how the villagers react when they see the tree." His parents looked nervously at each other. They weren't used to being out during the day, but they both agreed it would be exciting to see the reaction of the villagers. The spiders found a tall tree with a clear view of the central plaza. They climbed to the top. Since it was just after midnight, they fell asleep to await the sunrise. As the morning pulled, a lion's 4-footed horse woke. Jake was the first to wake up. A sliver of sunlight hit his eyes, and he opened all 8 of them immediately. "Everybody wake up," he shouted. Jane woke up first. She was used to being awake during the day. Mum and Dad took longer. They were a bit groggy and not used to waking up at dawn, because they normally fell asleep at dawn after a long night of hunting. They woke up just in time to see the first villagers venture out of their houses. They gasped when they noticed the changes to the Notchmas tree. It's beautiful. Look at the snowflakes. It's stupendous. It shines like diamonds. It's amazing. Do you see the spider shapes here and there? Wait, are all these decorations made of spider webs? That's when Jake spotted the boy who spoke to them in the snow house. He was walking toward the Notchmas tree, holding his mother's hand. He pointed up at the webs covering the tree from top to bottom. "See, Mama, see, I told you spiders were good." His mother nodded, sniffing back a tear. "You're right. maybe your father's sacrifice wasn't in vain. Back on the top of the tree, just outside the village, Jake's mother was sobbing. "What is it, Mum?" Jake asked. Mary looked down. "I've never heard anyone say nice things about spiders before. This is the best Notchmas ever." Epilogue. After the amazing revelation that spiders were kind, artistic, and generous, the villagers decided they would no longer celebrate Notchmas. Instead, they replaced the holiday with one they called Spidermas. Each year, the villagers decorated a large communal tree with ornaments shaped like spiders, in addition to emerald and diamond ornaments, of course. They also collected spiderwebs where they could find them in the forest and used them to decorate the tree here and there with real webs. When other villagers would come to town during the Notchmas season and see the unusual tree, they would always question the villagers about it. The villagers would tell the tale of the mysterious event on Notchmas Eve many years ago, when an unknown spider, or spiders, decorated their tree. They also would tell the tale of the young boy who convinced all of them that spiders were misunderstood and should not be attacked or viewed as disgusting. The boy taught them that spiders were creatures worthy of value, just as villagers were. Not every visitor to the village was convinced that spiders were anything other than disgusting, but in this particular village, at least, spiders were respected and admired. And that is the legend of the holiday spiders.